All right, guys, I was watching Wendy Williams and I was seeing that they were talking about when you are recognized as a certain character, that you are kind of seen as like a huge deal and you are, my Melina Markle character recognized probably lots of times, often, very often times is very recognized. People recognize us, like me, Marco, Marco, because I'm obviously both Marco and Melina, but they recognize us, and so they think, well, why don't we say hi, or why don't we this, that, people just think, now I don't know who recognized me, because I don't feel I'm that big yet, but people do recognize me often, right? So I do feel that it's something that I have to sort of like manage for myself, because it's hard for me to think outwardly and think, oh, this person sees me like this person sees me like that, to think all that is too much, right? So I have to really go inward and say, how do I want people to see me? Do I want to smile? Do I want this? Do I want that? Do I want people to be like, feeling good around me? Obviously I do. So I want them to sort of like react to me in a positive way. So I try to, and I want people to be like, hey, that channel's really good. They're so nice, that kind of thing. But, they were talking about on Wendy Williams where the girl that was on the show, Kim Wiggly, I think her name is, she's, she was, she was on a movie where she used the word, she was called Sugar, I think, or she said the word Sugar, I'm not sure. But people call her Sugar, I think they call her Sugar because she's called Sugar in the movie. And so she was like saying, it's like she was hosting it with Vanessa Mitchell. And so she was saying, people recognize you by your character, so you have to really, don't be upset when someone calls you by your character or typecast you to one character, even if you played more than one character or whatever, right? If they like that character, that's what they want to see you as, right? So they might see you as that, and they just don't know what else to say around you besides that character. And so she was saying a Glee character was feeling really upset by that because she doesn't want to be seen as a Glee character. She wants to be seen as all types of characters, right? Because she plays way more than one character in her personal videography, right? Her filmography. Anyway, so she's like saying this. And then they were talking about how Urkel does not like to be recognized as Urkel because obviously Steve Urkel was a nerdy teen. And like, why would you want to be recognized as Steve Urkel in as a teen, right? Because I mean, like Steve Urkel was very much like a thing of that time, and people will recognize him and love him for that. But I mean, like, who wants to be known as an awkward, geeky teen? Like it's like Screech Powers, right? Like Dustin Diamond. I mean, Dustin Diamond passed, wishing obviously rest in peace. But but yes, Dustin Diamond was Screech, right? Like, do you want to be recognized as Screech in your life? I mean, but I think maybe he did. I don't know. Like, it depends on the person. Like, some people would be happy to be recognized as Steve Urkel. Like, personally, for me, I wouldn't care. People recognize me as Urkel, and that's who I was on TV. Then I'd be happy with it. But I mean, really, I'm not Urkel, and I don't. I'm totally the opposite. I'm not nerdy at all. So my character is more true to life, right? Like, I feel like the sexiest man and woman alive as Marco Molina, and so being considered the sexiest man and woman alive is not horrible to your self-esteem, and if people recognize you as that, you're not gonna feel down about it, right? But if you're someone recognized as Steve Urkel, the nerdy teen, that says, "Did I do that?" Obviously it's like, well, maybe some people might feel badly about that, right? So she's making a good point that sometimes it's okay, and sometimes it's not, and sometimes you have to just let people recognize you for the character. I mean, why not, right? Look, if you are very, like, people that recognize Steve Urkel, they love him for that, right? So why not just let them have that dog? Anyway, bye now.